Welcome to another how-to video from the K9 Helm workbench. Today I'm going to show you how to remove the picatinny top rail from your CS1 or CS1A2 goggle helm. The first thing that you need to do is access the screws that hold it in place. Note that I removed the collar just so that you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. Hopefully the camera can get in there. The top pad, as well as all of the other pads, are held in by Velcro. And if you've never removed them before, you may have to really dig in there with a fingernail to get it loose. And just go ahead and take the whole pad off. I'll show you how to put it back on. If you have a newer helmet, you're going to be presented with two Phillips head pan head screws, and you can use pretty much any regular sized Phillips head screwdriver. If you have an older helmet, you're going to be using the wrench that is included with your helmet. In this case, let's remove these pan head screws. You'll notice that they're very loose. These screws are very gently tightened in order to protect against stress cracks or any kind of stress-related damage to the inside of the helmet over time. So go ahead and take those completely off. Now, if you have an older helmet prior to 2025, your job is done. You'll just be able to take the rail off. But the newer helms are adhered in place with silicone, much like a deck cleat on a boat. They glue them and screw them down. So what you're going to need is either a thin bladed craft knife or maybe a razor blade, something very thin. And because you're going to be working up here, you might want, in fact, I highly recommend, put a little bit of tape down. That way you don't put any unnecessary scratches on the top of your helmet. Okay. You're also going to need a very thin, small screwdriver like this one. Okay. So the first thing you need to do is wiggle the knife in between the rail, and it's best to work from the front corner. And please be careful while doing this. And you don't need to apply a lot of force. You'll feel the edge of the blade get its way in there, and you just wiggle it. See? See how it went inside? You don't need to do any more than that. That blade will have opened up just enough room, hopefully, for you to get a screwdriver in. You may have to, see, it came right off. The silicone's job is to keep the rail from wiggling around, possibly causing damage or causing the screws to come loose. But now that it's taken off, you can do whatever it is that you needed. The purpose for this video is to show you that you don't have to be running this. If you're interested in having your helmet be as lightweight as possible, the rail isn't that heavy, but it can catch on things, or maybe you just don't want anything extra. And that's fine. You can run it just like this. You also may be wanting to remove that rail because you're replacing the entire top shell with a new one. And another reason is maybe you want to mount some other proprietary device in place of the rail that was designed to go on this helmet. And there will be other videos related to that. Now, to put your pad back in place, the way that I do it is I start at the rear. See, get that right down in there so it's centered, and then push that down with your thumb. And then just make sure it looks pretty centered up here. Push that down, and then squeeze it with your thumbs, and you are good to go. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.